Romanians you think become millionaires in US, and how much time it takes to get there?
So I don't have the statistics for disclosure, but
From your experience.
yes, what I can say is that I do know a lot of Romanian millionaires. So I helped some of them, but I helped a small number of them, buying portfolios of real estate. But I do see people coming and buying real estate with a lot of cash and having a lot of rentals. A lot of them have stopped doing other jobs. I know of a Romanian girl, first generation, that had a master's degree in, she had an MBA. She had an MBA maybe 5-6 years ago. She worked at the new company only for 2.5 years. So she used her MBA for 2.5 years, after which she quit for the rest of her life because she bought enough properties with her money. She invested in such a way that she got enough cash flow to cover all her expenses and enough money to travel and live their life on her terms. So both her and her American husband quit their jobs after like a couple years of using their studies. So I know this is an extreme example, of course. I mean, not everybody can do that. She was extremely smart and she really planned it since she was 19. So she planned it out and she started buying very early. But I've seen a lot of people actually buying, realizing how the cash flow helps them, how keeping more taxes helps them. And they started businesses. So they quit their jobs, whatever they were doing, and start opening up businesses because the real estate helped them, sustain them financially while they were building something to give them income. And some of the Romanians I know, they've made their money in other industries or in other businesses, and then they've grown them in real estate. Some others, I know them, and I know a big percentage that actually made their money in real estate. So they started, and some of them started with nothing. I mean, I know cleaning ladies that starting buying properties and being hands-on in the property, and then slowly they build the real estate empire. So it doesn't even matter how much money they earn. It's how much they save out of it, and how they invest it.
So basically, many of the, let's say, Eastern European community understand, as soon as they understand the principles of how to become a millionaire and how to use wisely real estate opportunities here in US, they can actually maybe achieve many of their dreams, a hobby, or invest this money in something that they really care.
You see, real estate investing, it's something that is talked about in the United States greatly. There are lots of books. We have hundreds of books on real estate investing, hundreds of seminars. I mean, oh my gosh, you want to learn about real estate investing, you can do it in multiple ways. I just gave you an example of how to become, a millionaire long term through cash flow, but there are a lot of others, flipping, meaning buying property, fixing them up, selling them for profit, building them and either renting them out or selling them and we use the cash to build more. There are a lot of other techniques, by property auction, by properties and stack sales. There are a lot of ways to do it, and all require cash and require great knowledge. Now, while all Romanians know about real estate investing, I can't say that everybody understands very well the process, or they understand all the facades, because unless you are in it full time, it will be hard to understand the facades and how you can build your wealth. One thing I will say is a lot of them are becoming millionaires while doing their day job. So just by accumulating a number of properties. Some of these people will send me clients because, again, they don't know how to teach this. It's not that they don't want to, but how will they know how to teach somebody to do what they did? First of all, most of the people are a little bit worried of you telling them do what I did, because they say, well, you bought it 20 years ago and it's not the same time, and sure, the property was 50,000 worth now, and I'm like, yeah, now it's 500,000. So it went up 10 times, not twice or 3 times in value.
Would you like to share how you started coming to America and what you dreamed about America, and how you reached where you are now?
What I dreamed about America, I thought that, money grows in trees, of course. It's America is the country of all possibilities, right? So I came in with $200 in my pocket. I mean, I thought I'll leave everything back home. I don't need it. And I was surprised. I mean, it was a big surprise, a big wake-up call. The first few years were a little tough because I didn't speak the language. I didn't understand how things were going. So luckily, within the first year, I learned English. I learned how to use computers and programming, and not say programming, but how to use programs. And I discovered a passion for real estate, and it was because I realized that was a vehicle to help me get successful, and also because I kind of discovered my call. I love real estate. When you're young, sometimes you don't know what you want to do in life. And I was coming from having a company in Romania, opening up a company right after school, and which was great, but I can't say it was my calling, right? So coming here, I still remember that the day when there was this advertising in TV, and it says, "Do you like people? Do you like houses? You should become a realtor." And it was like really cheesy, right? But somehow that day it kind of hit me. I was like, well, hold on a second, I want to invest in real estate. I already discovered the real estate investment is what I want to do. Real estate development is what I want to do. I said, but apparently maybe I should, instead of just working who knows what type of a job, maybe I should be a realtor. So that's how I started. So I came to the United States in March 2000. And by 2002, I got my real estate license. By 2001, I was working for property management, and I've learned a lot from the owner and from the people there, the property management, because real estate, again, has a lot of assets. It's even when you buy these properties, you have to manage them, you have to rent them, you have to fix things up, remodel, and so forth, right? Then you have to understand financing. It's not just that when you finance it, but would you be able to use financing in different ways to pull cash out from the properties you have to buy more? So it's a lot to learn, and you start, with one property, and if you buy right, you are on a good road. So I think for me at the beginning it was more about becoming a developer. I really wanted to become a developer, to build the tallest building in Europe, in Romania. So my goal was I will build in Bucharest the tallest building in Europe. So we put Romania on the map, and when you say, what's the tallest building in Europe? That was my goal, but this is in 2000, right? Who knows? Hopefully one day I'll still build it. But it took me a while to build. I mean, in 2007, I had plans, permits ready to build, and the market crashed. Opportunity came back several years ago, bought a piece of land, and we're in the process of building right now. I have a partner, and the two of us will build our first building. We're in the process now, but it's so interesting. You get your dreams if you really keep it there. Is it easy? No, life can get in the way. The economy changes, our health changes, financial change, and there are a lot of things that go through life. But if you keep on your dream, I think you're going to achieve it.